Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to my guide for unlocking Jar Jar. Now before we get into the actual gameplay, let's just talk about mods and some of the mechanics from these guys. So I'm gonna start off here with Boss Naz. Now in terms of modding, for the most part you will want to mod these guys for speed so they can get lots of turns, and you know the other damage is kind of when you're fighting B1s, doesn't matter how much damage you do anyway. Anytime you hit them, you get rid of 8 stacks of them. And then in terms of fighting other more challenging tiers, like that they have Droidecas in there, you're again relying on like exposes, you're relying on death mark and things like that. So for the most part, speed protection is what we'll be focusing on. Now I do have some potency as well on Boss Naz, because he's got some ability that lands debuffs and things like that, so that can come in handy. And then in terms of Phalanx, now Phalanx is here basically to taunt, so you really want him very thick, you know, health and protection, and as well some speed if you can spare. So for me, I put protections everywhere on circle, cross, triangle and arrow. So full protection, health, defense, and whatever you've got on Phalanx. Now he's also very important because obviously he will be taunting and things like that, so he's the one that's taking all the damage, you know. But even sometimes, like, you know, if you have 2-3 Droidecas unloading on him one after the other, even, you know, very tanky Phalanx won't be able to survive. It's definitely some RNG in there, but at least, you know, if you make him as thick as you can, then, you know, you've got a good chance of surviving. Then we've got Captain Tarpals, so for him I just modded him for speed. I think I just chucked my Lord Vader set on him. That's got some, you know, speed and offense and things like that. But again, for the most part, speed will be the main primary focus. Survivability not so much, because anyway you will have Phalanx taunting all the time anyway, so the other guys are there just you know, to do some damage and be very fast. Now in terms of ability, he's got a nice on his basic, he's got a D-spell on his basic that will especially be useful when Droidecas get damage immunity, so I can then use his basic or call him to an assist with somebody else, right? And then he will do that. And then let's go ahead and move on to Bombad, similar like Tarpals as well, but I think he got a Kylo set which is very similar, just speed, health set, and then some offense and critical damage as well. Just hopefully, you know, help with some damage, but again the main damage is coming from exposes and death mark. Now in terms of his abilities, this one is very important because whenever you use it, your shield generator will gain 2 stacks of plasma shielding, and it's all about obviously making sure our shield generator survives you know, throughout the battle, because then, you know, we get lots of stats bonuses in terms of survivability especially. So that's why this ability is really nice. It also swaps thermometer with another ally, which is cool. It can also land ability block, again helping a little bit controlling those pesky Droidecas. And then we got Jar Jar Binks. You can see mine's a gear 12 here, still waiting for some gear to get to gear 13. Obviously you are being loaned Jar Jar for the event, and it's gonna be, I think, a gear 13 modless Jar Jar or something, so you know we have no control over Jar Jar. One thing to note when it comes to Jar Jar is his basic, that we will be relying on some of the tiers, and that's, I guess, where really the most of RNG comes from these battles, is Jar Jar himself, because he's just doing random stuff. For example, on his basic, especially the waves where you have lots of Droidecas, you will want to land death mark, but as you can see, his basic, it will do one of the 3 effects, so it can be death mark, you can gain damage immunity, you can gain tenacity up, so it's really gonna be like restarting, you know, the battle until you get death mark in the opening sequence, at least on one of the tiers. But I think you've got 3 Droidecas, you will definitely want to start off with death mark. So this is where kind of the RNG will come in play when it comes to Jar Jar Binks. Okay, so now for the event itself, I just did a quick overview of modding and some abilities, but as I'm playing through, I will talk you through as well what abilities and things are happening. So hop into tier 1. As mentioned before, Jar Jar Binks, he's a lone unit. he doesn't have any mods on him. So let's just go ahead and hop in the battle, and let me show you how I play this one. All right, there we go. So what we're just gonna start off here with our pulse. We're just gonna smack an AoE. Okay, and then when your Bombardier gets a turn, you wanna give turn over to Phalanx. So then Phalanx can use his middle ability, which gives him taunt, and then as well puts provoked on the enemies. And from here on out, we'll just be doing AoEs. And then you just want a little bit spread the damage around as well. You don't want to focus just one of them down, just kind of spreading the damage. Then when Bossnas gets a turn, you will want his middle ability that gives you retribution. So now whenever these guys are doing AoEs, we are counter-attacking and, you know, getting their stacks down quite fast. Again, let's go ahead and target whoever's got the most stacks, which is over there. There's also some RNG here involved because these guys are getting bonus turn meter whenever one of them uses special abilities. Sometimes your Gungans are like, you know, standing at full turn meter waiting for these guys, and there's some turn meter overflow happening, and can also mess up a little bit the turn order of your Gungans and things like that. But for the most part, you know, as long as your shield generator is surviving, you should be good to go. No sense to use this ability. This is just a dispel, so we'll just do basic with Bossnas here. Okay, there we go. Keep counter-attacking, good. Alright, so far we hang in there. Again, this ability, if you do use it, yes, you do call somebody for assist, but you will put a permanent mark on the leader, which means we will not be able to then spread the damage around. So we will avoid using this ability, so I'll just use basic here. Okay, there we go. We'll just keep going, and our shield generator got a turn. There's only one ability to use. It heals up the team. I think feeds some turn meter as well, which is a nice boost. Let's go ahead and throw an AoE out. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna target this guy here. He's got the most stacks on him, 270 at the moment. So let's go ahead, smack another AoE. There we go. So you can see retribution really helping us out here, doing a lot of damage. Alright, and remember this ability right here from Bombardier not only swaps turn meter, but it will also add 2 stacks onto shield generator. So let's just go ahead, give turn over to Phalanx, so he gets a turn, and all those protection over times heal him back up. Then we can use the other special from Phalanx there. Alright, there we go. Counterattacks, doing all the heavy lifting. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and renew the retribution on our guys. Let's go ahead, just do basic over there. Okay, come on boys. Let's go, go, go. No sense to use this ability with Jar Jar. You either use his AoE or his basic, because basic as well, it's an AoE actually, which is nice. So we just want to toggle between his middle ability and his basic. Yeah, let's go target you. And we got another turn for shield generator, so we use the ability again. Alright, I'm gonna target this B1 here. He's got the most stacks. Alright, we still got retribution on some of our guys, so counterattacks still coming in. Again, just gonna use basic with Jar Jar if his middle ability AoE is not available. Just gonna basic again. So you can see some random stuff happening, just like Jar Jar gaining bonus turns sometimes. So he's definitely like the RNG factor in this one for sure. Let's go ahead, give turn over to our Phalanx again, adding 2 more stacks onto shield generator. So you can see we are now in good shape to finish off. Definitely tier 1 after they fixed the bug, right, that we start with 20 stacks on shield generator instead of 10. This tier, you know, I think became pretty straightforward. I was even able to complete it with 5 mods without remodding. But anyway, obviously if you do make them faster, it will be a bit easier. So that's tier 1. Let's hop on to tier 2 now. This one is going to be a little bit more challenging. So let's just go ahead and go in and see what's happening. So we got 1 Droideka, 2 stabs, So ideally, you will want Jar Jar to like land a death mark on one of these guys so we can take them out quickly, but if not, I think we'll still proceed. So let's go ahead and give turnover to Phalanx. Again, adding 2 stacks on our shield generator in the process. And let's go ahead and use the middle ability. So the enemy, they do get provoked on them. I'm just gonna do basic because Droideka's got damage immunity on him, so I'm just gonna do basic here. I'm not gonna waste the special. And let's go ahead and do basic, see if we get death mark on somebody. Yeah, there we go, we got death mark on Droideka and we got it down. So good RNG there. This was said like Jar Jar, you know, with his death mark can definitely help you. Let's go ahead and get retribution out. Let's do an AoE. All right. Okay, give me some counterattacks. We'll start working on these step units next. So let's just go ahead and do basic again. There we go, another death mark. All right, I'm getting good RNG here, definitely. So you know, if you're struggling a little bit, don't get too worried. Jar Jar eventually will start landing some death marks for you. I don't want to put mark there on the leaders, so I'm just going to go ahead use basic there. I think stab should go down, and then let's go ahead again a little bit, spread the damage. Also another bit of RNG is if Jar Jar puts blind on himself, then whenever he uses an ability he calls everybody to assist. So it's a bit like kind of a funny ability. Again, Jar Jar, you know, bringing in lots of RNG in here as well, not just with death mark but also blinding himself. But for most part I found this tier 2 I think to be the easiest of them all. Overall the event, I wouldn't say it's easy just because of quite a lot of RNG involved, but for the most part, you know, at least you know, you make your guys you know, as fast as you can, put lots of protection on Phalanx, and you know, eventually kind of after a few battles RNG should line up. But this tier 2, like even when I was testing, even when I don't get death marks on the enemies as I did in beginning, you know, you can still win because it's only one Droideka you have to control, whereas the other waves we've got more than one Droideka. I'm already spoiling the next tier for you, sorry guys. More about it once we get to it. Let's go ahead, wrap this up. Just one more B1 battle droid to take down. So yeah, for the most part, tier 1 and tier 2 are, I think, the easier part of this event. There is some RNG involved, but even, you know, when RNG is not perfect, you still make it through. Unless you really get horrible RNG, then yeah, you might want to retreat. Oh no, tank is coming. Retreat, retreat, Misa, retreat. Big pumas up. Hey, Jar Jar did something. Victory. Okay, so that was tier 2. So tier 3, that one is definitely gonna be a bit more challenging in terms of the RNG fest that Jar Jar brings with his death mark. Alright, so as you can see, we've got 3 Droidekas here. So from my testing, like if you don't get death mark in the opening sequence with Jar Jar, you might just want to back out and try again. Anyway, let's get provoked on these guys and hopefully land a death mark on somebody. No death mark, I think. So I'm just gonna go ahead, back out and try this again. I mean, you can still kind of win, but it just battles drags on and you might lose after a couple of minutes. I just, from my testing, I wouldn't waste time if you don't get death mark with Jar Jar right at the start. Okay, again, let's go ahead and get our taunt tap, give turn over to Phalanx with their Bombardier. There we go, get provoked on the field. Unfortunately, these guys got damage immunity. Okay. Alright. So you can see there's some RNG involved here, like in terms of the turn order. Now all these guys got damage immunity, so what you can do is actually, instead of starting off retribution with your boss Nas, you can do a dispel. Alright, Jar Jar, give me a death mark somewhere. No death mark. Alright, let's go ahead, back out. Okay, so let's try again, see if we can get some death marks out now. Okay. We've got lots of damage immunities, so instead of starting off retribution with boss Nas, I will do a dispel. There we go, getting an assist as well. Come on, Jar Jar, give me a death mark. There we go, we got a death mark over there. Come on, over here, guys. Over here. There we go, come on. Over here. Hit him back. Alright, let's give turn over to Phalanx. There we go, perfect. Okay, so we got one Droideka down. So we can now go ahead and continue the battle and see if we can win this. I mean, there is no guarantee, guys. I mean, we still got two Droidekas to deal with, and they just kind of doing random stuff. They don't always do like roll and special. Sometimes just do special. Sometimes they do roll. They'll do kinds of weird stuff. But anyway, we'll just keep going after this Droideka there. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do an AoE now with Jar Jar. Okay, there we go. Give me some retribution. Shields up. Just a basic here. No death mark, unfortunately, this time. Boy. Okay, so they both got damage immunity. Well, I'm just gonna do basic, I guess. Okay, there we go. Get some counter attacks there for the dispel. Dispel over there as well. Alright, basics. See if we can work down these Droideka now. Just gonna basics. Oof, oof, oof. Taking a beating there. Barely hanging in there, guys. Barely hanging in there. Hang in there, Phalanx. Hang in there. Help is on the way. Hang in there. We'll heal you up. Come on, Jar Jar. Give me death mark. No death mark. Alright. Roll the bombs. Let's go, 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 go. Alright. Some turn. Heal up. There we go. Jar Jar put damage immunity over my Phalanx, so this will help a little bit. Sure, let's go ahead. More retribution. Heal up. Smack another AoE. There we go. We got a stun even there. Get provoked on the field. Check the basics. There we go. We got an. We can't get to the death mark, unfortunately. Oh, they cleansed it off. Oh boy, that was a bit annoying. Come on, boys. You've got this. What I want to do here, just basics. Death marks? No death marks. Shield generator taking another turn. There we go. Let's do an AoE. Alright, we've almost got one Droideka down. Come on, boys. Don't let him roll. Don't let him roll. Oof. Oof. Alright, so we got blind on Jar Jar, so I think we should get some assists here now. Alright, let's get provoked on the field again. Don't let him heal up, guys. Come on, finish him. There we go. Alright, back onto Droideka number 3. Oof, that's a lot of stacks. Well, like, luckily Droideka rolled there. Okay. Because if for some reason Droideka would decide to unload those stacks on my Phalanx, I don't think my Phalanx would survive with 28 stacks on Droideka. Okay, there we go. That's fine. We'll just keep going, throwing AoEs. Nice, we got a stun. And we'll just keep working on this Droideka. Give me some retribution. Shields up. Death mark maybe. Nope. Come on, we gotta work down this Droideka, guys. Come on. Defense down. Give me a death mark somewhere. No death mark. So you can see you don't really have to worry about B2s. Kind of counter attacks, just take care of them. It's really Droidekas that are the problem. I'm just gonna do basic there. We're stuck. Let's go ahead and dispel with Boss Nass now. Alright, there you go. 1B down. Just down to Droideka. Oh, now you give me death mark, now that it's over. Alright, let's see. Can finish him. Ah, there we go. And yeah, definitely tier 3, it'll take a few attempts just because of the RNG with 1 out of 3 chance for Jar Jar's basic to land death mark. But for my testing, like, I was able to complete every 5th time, so I guess not as bad maybe as the Grand Inquisitor event. Alright, let's hop into tier 4. It's gonna be quite a similar one, just maybe a little bit different enemies. Oh no, tier 4 is small. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no, don't open the door, Jar Jar. No, oh. Ah! Huh? Uh-oh. Ah! Close the door, monster back! Ah! Miss a run! Alright, here comes Maul. This is no ordinary Maul though, guys. He is chunky. They gain advantage, stagger. So there we go. Darth Maul takes reduced damage from percent damage effects, ignores taunt. So the guy will ignore taunt, exposes, deal no damage to him, and as well death mark, no damage to him. By the way, in order that you can actually take down Maul, you have to get your shield generator 3 turns, so it can use the ability 3 times, and then you can actually finish off Maul. So that's what we'll do first. And just go ahead, spam specials here to begin with. Okay, well, everybody's days. I'm just gonna chuck here my bombs. Let's go ahead, clean up the days. Get a taunt up. Let's do the AoE here. There we go, we get a stun, but the guy will just cleanse it off anyways. There we go, he cleansed it off. Yikes. So you can see for the most part there's no problem surviving here. Phalanx is taunting, although the guy can ignore taunts anyways. Sure, let's go ahead and use basic, get an assist in here, why not? Let's get a turn over to Phalanx again. There we go. Shield up. There we go, we got our first turn now with our shield generator, and now you can see it's got 1 strength and shields, 1 stack. So at 3 stacks, Maul will no longer be able to recover health, and you'll be able to take him down. So it's really kind of like the long game. Again, for my testing, I've never lost this, although probably now that I said it, I will, right? But it just takes a long time to take him down, so we'll just kind of keep going here in the meantime. There we go. There we go. We got now 2 stacks. I used the ability 2nd time, 2 stacks of strength and shield. So just 1 more time and we should be good to go. Alright, I'll just chuck Jar Jar AoE. Again, exposes won't do a whole lot to him. Okay. Alright, he's just doing whatever he pleases really. Let's go ahead and roll the bombs. I'm just going to basic here with Jar Jar. Okay, do some of that. Just basics, can't call anybody to assist. Let's go ahead and clean up the team. And just give another turn over to Phalanx. Let's go ahead, shields up. And here we go. I'm gonna use now this ability from shield generator the 3rd time. And now that we do have 3 stacks of strength and shield, now Maul can no longer recover health. So we can actually take him down. So again, this will take a while, so I think I'm just gonna speed up the footage to the end of wave so you don't sit here for like 5 minutes while I'm slowly grinding down a Maul. Are you kidding me? Somebody just put this guy down. There we go. And like what? 5 minutes later or something? I don't know. I didn't time it, but it felt like I needed 5 minutes to burn through this Maul. Which leaves us only with tier 5 to go. Now this one, it's a two wave one. So wave 1 is kind of quick, but wave 2 similar like Maul. It drags on for a while. Now we got 2 Droidicas here, so let's see what we can make something work. Let's go ahead first and get our taunt up. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and get that provoked. Sure, maybe... okay, so this Droidica got damage immunity, this one doesn't, so let's see if we can start working on this guy. Now you don't need death mark for these Droidicas, they are actually quite squishy here, so they go down fast. It's not like... tier 3 really. As you can see, they go down quite fast. We even got death mark there, and same goes for this stab unit. I mean, we're now to like what, 120 stacks now, so what I'll do now, I'll just kind of be doing basics, saving my special for the start of next wave, I guess. We'll just do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, some counterattacks coming, and a basic will do. All right, and onto the wave 2. Here we will be facing Newt and a Droideka, and as well we've got here B1. So let's put the retribution up with Boss Nass when we can. Get provoked out, and let's see if we can get a death mark maybe. No death mark. Okay. All right. So what I'll do here, actually just use basic here, so we can dispel with Tarpal this damage, immunity and everything on Droideka. And let's go ahead and give turn over to Phalanx. Now here, whenever you do get extortion on you, you will definitely want to clear it off. Okay, there we go. And we'll leave Droideka for the time being because B1 will just be healing him up anyways. So we'll just first work down B2. There we go, just keep smashing the AoEs. I'll save the dispel if Droideka gets into his damage immunity again. Let's go ahead, just throw out the AoEs. Keep working these guys down if you can. Alright, let's get our retribution back. And we'll just keep hitting B1s. We're just gonna do basic, I don't want to mark Newt. There we go. Droideka rolling up again. What I want to do here, let's actually give turn over to Tarpals, so Tarpals can dispel. Alright, yep, we're just gonna do a dispel, perfect. And let's go ahead, clear off the extortion and throw baby Boomas at B1s. Alright, Phalanx taunting. I think we can handle one Droideka. Wave the finger. Sure, give me a basic. Nah, no death mark, unfortunately. Okay, now I did get damage immunity on Tarpals, which is nice. Come on, let's finish these B1s now. Hit them back. Alright, so with B1s down, we turn our attention now to Droideka next. Come on, give me death mark, Jar Jar. Come on. No death mark. Alright, but as you can see, not as tanky this Droideka. I think as in tier 3 they're very tanky. Let's go ahead, dispel that. Just the basics. Let's go ahead, clear off the extortion. Roll mini Boomas. Get assist. More turn for the team. There we go, Phalanx. As long as you mod him for protection, should be able to tank hits from one Droideka. Let's go ahead to basic. Keep hitting him. Basic over here. Alright. Hit him. Turn over to Phalanx. Okay, so we get taunt up. And roll baby Boomas. There we go. So now we're just down to Newt. However, Newt has got a surprise up his sleeve. I won't spoil it for you. Ooh. Alright. So you will see, there we go. That was Newt number 1. He recovered all health and protection and respawned a Droideka. So back attention onto Droideka, I guess, and then we'll deal with Newt again. Death mark maybe? No death mark. Gonna save the dispel for later if I need it. And we'll just keep going after Droideka. Okay, Droideka got damage immunity now. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna use basic here from Tarpals to dispel that. Damage immunity from Droideka. And let's go ahead and give turn over to Phalanx, so we get a taunt up. Nice ability block there. Oh, taunt is off cooldown unfortunately. Let's roll in mini Boomas. Let's get retribution up. There we go. Clear off the extortion. Death mark maybe? Nope, no death mark. Sure. Something. Nope, nothing. Here comes the extortion again. That's how it's gonna be, guys. Looks like we're gonna have to dance with this Droideka now. Okay, we can dispel now with Boss Nass. There we go, doing some nice damage. Let's go ahead, clear off the extortion. And we'll just keep hitting Droideka. No, I don't want to mark, because if I use the special, we'll get mark over a Newt, and I don't want that. I want to keep hitting Droideka. There we go. Get some assist. Sure, why not? Hit him. Okay. Droidic again. Alright. Throw that out. There we go. Nice there. Dispel from Tarpals. Basic. Come on. Give turn over to Tarpals, I guess. Again. And do another AoE. Baby Boomas. Not enough. Let's go ahead, clear off the extortion. Again. Get retribution. We almost got Droidica down. Yeah, that's fine. We can take Droidica hit. That's fine. Alright. From here on out, no more tricks, guys. Newt got no more tricks up its sleeve. Now we can go ahead, call assist, mark him, do whatever you want with him, to be honest. At this point, Newt by himself, he simply does not have damage to do a whole lot. So like with more battle, I might just want to speed this up. Do some of that. Get me an assist. Come on. And there we go. We got him. We got him. How rude. What was rude? The guards were rude arresting Newt, right? Oh boy. And there you go, guys. That's all 5 tiers complete from Jar Jar event. And that's how I unlocked my Jar Jar with these kind of mods. This kind of strategy. Again, tier 1, tier 2 for the most part, kind of straightforward. I think the only one that really caused me troubles was tier 3. Just restarting until you get enough death marks out there at the start that you can get Droidicas under control. Tier 4 versus Maul just drags on. Was never really in danger. And tier 5 as well. You know, the Droidicas, it seems like here in tier 5 aren't as tanky as the one in tier 3. Alright guys, hopefully this video was useful and helpful, just showing you how I unlock Jar Jar. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server how you guys are getting on. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.